Welcome to this full body practice, focusing on back bends and our glutes to support our backs during our back bends. So back bends are a very expressive pose, very open, kind of a feel good, exposing yourself, feeling like life is good. And we need the support of our whole body to be able to create this like open feeling in our upper body and our whole body. And so we're going to be moving through different variations of dancer, and just like having fun. So let's begin in tabletop. And just start to move your body around, getting the spine moving in all directions. And then from your tailbone, begin to lift up, sink the low ribs down, reach your heart forward and lift your chin up. Then curl your tailbone under, rounding your spine. And just continue that wave-like motion, like a dance, like your spine is dancing. Moving with the rhythm of your breath. And shift your ribs from side to side. Stretch your left leg back, lift your leg up, bend your knee, and try not to drop your hips or drop your belly. So you're engaging your glutes. And then point your toes and rotate your ankle outward so you get an inner spiral in your thigh. And then rotate your foot over to the right. And just go back and forth. Trying to keep your knee lifted. Just gently and slowly moving. You just start to feel some activation of your glutes. So try not to let your back drop. So keep reminding yourself to lift up to support the movement. Bring your right hand over to the right a little bit. Shift your weight to the right. Reach back with your left hand for your left foot. And start to kick your foot up as you reach your chest forward. Keep the glutes engaged. And then see if you can stack your hips a little bit more and reach your leg back behind you, pressing the hips forward, engaging your glutes. And come back down into your tabletop. Again, move around, maybe do a few more cat-cows. And stretch your right leg out, lift your leg up, squeeze the glutes, bend your knee, point your foot. And bring your foot out to the right for an internal rotation, then over to the left for an external rotation. Try and keep your knee about hip height. And these little movements so you can feel the activation of your glutes. Next time you come back, move your left hand out to the left a little bit. Take your right hand, grab your right foot. Kick your leg up. Reach your chest forward. And then stack your hips and kick your foot back. Opening up here. Good, release and come back into tabletop. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back into downward facing dog. Inhale, round forward to plank. Exhale, bend your knees and press back to down dog. Round forward to plank. Press back, down dog. One more time, inhale forward to plank. Exhale back. Down dog, come forward to plank again. Squeeze your inner thighs towards each other. And pick your left leg up, tuck your tailbone, reach out, and hug your knee into your chest, and reach back out again, and hug in like you're trying to tap your nose, reach out. One more time, hug in, and reach out, and pick the right leg up. Squeeze your glutes, and then hug in, and reach back. And hug in And reach back, hug in, reach back, come back into your plank, back into down dog. Walk your feet forward, coming into your standing forward fold. Lift and spread all your toes and press into the tripod foundation of your feet. Tuck your, do little pelvic tilts here. So as you inhale and the inner thighs spiral back, your sit bones move apart. As you exhale, your glutes hug in towards each other. Just little movements here. And press into the earth. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. And just pause. And notice even as you're standing in your Tadasana, are you letting your butt stick out? So think of tilting your pelvis until your front hip bones and your back hip bones are relatively even. Engage your legs by hugging them in towards each other. Press into your big toe mound, your pinky toe mound in the center of your heel. On your next inhale, pull your right knee up. Externally rotate your hip. Place your foot in tree pose. Continue to reach up. And pull your knee back up. Reach your arms behind you. Reach your leg behind you. Keep lifting up through your belly, bowing over your front leg. And bend your knee, bring it forward, coming back up into tree pose. And back into your Tadasana. Just kind of shake things out a little bit. On your next inhale, sweep your right knee up. Squeeze your glutes, open up the hip. Plant your right foot for tree pose. And reach your arms out to the side, reach your leg back. Keep lifting up, using your glutes to hold that leg up and maybe go a little lower. And come on back forward again, pull your knee back up again. Come back up into your tree pose. And back into Tadasana. And just begin to swing your arms back and forth. We're going to come into dancer pose now. So on your inhale, pull your left knee up. Externally rotate your hip, place your foot for tree pose. Keep your glutes active by creating a little bit of a posterior tilt, and then bring your left hand down to your left ankle and start to kick back as you reach forward. Keep your glutes engaged and reaching back as much as you're reaching forward to find that lift. Let's slowly come on out. So you're holding a little bit of tension there, and release your foot. Come back into tree pose. And lower down. So we all have little wobbles once in a while, or big wobbles, and life has wobbles. So it's okay with it, just deal with it and see what you learn. Practice helps. So as you inhale, pull your left knee up. Externally rotate your hip, place your foot on your inner thigh, tree pose. And take your right hand, reach down for your right foot or your ankle. Squeeze your glutes and start to extend. Finding that balance. And slowly start to release as you come back, keeping some tension for balance. And bring your knee back up, open back up into tree pose. And lower back down. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Step back to plank. Push the floor away. Keep your glutes engaged as you lower. Point your toes, curl up into your cobra. Open up here. And lower back down. Bring your arms forward, bend your left knee, and squeeze your heel towards your hip. And then release. Keep the tailbone active, like your glutes active, and squeeze and release. Next time you squeeze in, reach back for your foot. Kick your foot back as you pull your arm forward and press your thigh into the ground. Your left thigh into the ground. You can go a little deeper, and then you can extend back and forth. And release your foot. Same thing, other side. So bend and squeeze the right knee in and lower. Keep your glutes active by squeezing the outer glutes in. And reach back for your foot. Kick your foot back. Notice how that gives your chest a little lift. And then you can pull your heel in, press your thigh into the ground, and kick back to lift, and just go back and forth. And release. Bring your hands back down by your sides. Rise up, cobra, open up. Lower down. Press up and back. Downward facing dog. We're going to come up into dancer pose again. So inhale, reach your right leg up. Exhale, knee to nose, step your foot all the way forward. Rise up, crescent lunge. And step into your right foot, pull your left knee forward, reach your left foot with your left hand, and kick back just like we just did, lying on the ground. Find that extra little lift if you can. And release your foot. Step back into warrior two. Reach back, reverse your warrior. We're going to come forward into half moon. So bring your right hand down to a block or the floor. Open up, stack your hips. Engage your glutes, especially actually both glutes, and really activate that top leg. Now you can stay in half moon, or you could bend your knee in, reach for your foot, and kick your foot back, opening up so the chest comes forward, and square your hips more or less and kick your foot up. Release your foot, keep your leg extended, extend your leg, coming into standing splits, and step back into down dog. Do a few down dog waves, back and forth, down dog to plank. On your next inhale, sweep your left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose, bring your foot all the way forward, rise up, crescent lunge. And bring your right knee forward, grab onto your right foot with your right hand, kick your foot back as you reach forward. So that tension helps you to float up. And so to release your foot, step back into warrior two. Reach back, reverse your warrior. Come forward into your half moon. Take time to find your foundation, engage your glutes, root down through your foot, open up across the shoulders. You can stay here, or you can bend your right knee, pulling your knee in towards your chest so you can grab your foot. And kick your foot out behind you as you reach your chest forward. And square your hips, lifting your leg up. Release your foot, straighten your leg, standing splits. And step back to downward facing dog. Do a few more spinal waves back and forth. I'll do that same sequence again. So inhale, reach your right leg up. Exhale, step your foot all the way forward. Rise up, crescent lunge. Step forward, bringing your left knee up. Reach for your left foot with your left hand. And start to kick back as you reach forward. Taking it nice and slow. And start to slowly come back. Release your foot, step it back into warrior two. Reach back, reverse your warrior. And come forward, stepping into half moon. Stay here or look down, bend your knee, grab a hold of your foot, your ankle, and kick your foot back as you reach your chest forward, separating your heel from your hip. And square your hips, reach your leg up. Release your foot, extend your leg for standing splits. And step back into downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the left leg up. Exhale, hug in to step forward. Rise up, crescent lunge. And just kind of balance a little bit, move a little bit in your lunge. Gauge your glutes as you step your right knee forward, reach for your right foot. Gauge your glutes and begin to extend. And slowly start to release. Release your foot, step back into warrior two. Reach back to reverse your warrior. And step forward into half moon. If you have yoga blocks, you can always use a block underneath your hand. Squeeze your glutes, open up the hips, open up the shoulders. You can stay here, you can bend your knee, reach for your foot with your hand, and kick your foot back as you press your chest forward. And you can square your hips, lifting your foot up. Release your foot, extend your leg, coming into standing splits. And step back to down dog. Walk your feet forward. Come on into a squat. And we'll come onto our backs and do a few hip stretches and twists to counter the back bends. So lower down, hug your knees in, find your Navasana boat pose. And slowly lower all the way down. Hug your knees into your chest. And just rock from side to side. And lower your feet down, shift your hips to the right. Straighten your left leg on the ground. Straighten your right leg up in the air. Grab a hold of your right foot or ankle with your left hand and twist your leg over to the left. Twist your upper body to the right. You can stay here, or you could bend the left knee, reach for your foot, just like we did in Dancer, and extend. Extend your leg back behind you, press your chest forward, maybe tuck your tailbone a little bit. We'll stay here for a few breaths. And just relax. Release your left foot if you were holding it. Come back onto your back. Center your hips and then shift your hips to the left. Straighten your right leg on the ground. Straighten your left leg up in the air. Take your right hand to the outside of your left leg and bring your leg slowly across. Twist your upper body back to the left. Stay here, or bend your right knee, squeeze your heel to your hip, grab a hold of your foot. And play with your glutes, engaging the glutes, a little posterior tilt, kicking your foot back, find a little back bend here. Just play around and explore. Release your right foot if you're holding it. Come back onto your back. Center your hips. And float your arms and legs up for a dead bug pose. Let everything relax. And notice if you really have that sensation of floating. Your arms and your legs feeling light and free. And wiggle your fingers and your toes. Bend your knees and rock back up to seated. Thank you for joining me in this fun dancer flow, backbendy glute workout practice. It can help you in any poses, no matter what you're doing, and really help to protect your back as you move through your day. I would love to hear a comment from you below, or just a comment, and please share this with your friends, and see you again soon. Bye.